everybody, welcome to another video. Hope you're ready to flex those brain muscles. Today we're bringing it way back to dividing fractions. And the reason I'm going back to this topic is because last semester I taught a calculus lab and I was shocked at how many students did not know how to divide fractions. So we're going to go back. It's going to be a great time. Let's go ahead and do it. Dividing fractions. So the key to dividing fractions is you have to understand the relationship, the correlation between multiplication and division, because that's exactly what you use to divide fractions. And what this correlation is, let's look at an example. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. This is an easy example. 4 times 1/2 equals 2. This is exactly the relationship that you use. So let's think about this. Dividing by something is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal, right? So dividing by 2, because 2 is just 2 over 1, is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal 1/2. And that's exactly what you use when you divide fractions, is you multiply by the reciprocal of the denominator. And that's exactly how it works. And if you think about it, this makes intuitive sense. Think about 1/2 of something, taking 1/2 of something. Well, you can divide by 2. And that's how you get 1/2 of something. You just divide the number by 2. Or you can multiply it. You can clearly multiply it by 1/2. So they both work. They are the same thing. So, all right, let's get right into this example. We have 2 fractions being divided. 3/4 divided by 2/3. So this 2/3 is the denominator. So dividing is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal of the denominator. So what I usually do is I just identify the denominator. I bring it up, I draw a little arrow like this, I flip it, and I draw my multiplication symbol right there, my little dot. And I multiply across 9/8. And as we suspected, the answer was bigger than our original numerator because we divided by something between 0 and 1. And we are done, and it's that simple. We'll get to a little bit more examples. All right, another example, how would we do something like this? Now we have some x's involved, okay? And it's the same exact process. You take this denominator, you bring it up here, you flip it, so 5/2x. So what I'm doing is taking the reciprocal of the denominator and I'm multiplying the numerator by the reciprocal of the denominator. So now look what happens. I have 15x up top, 15x over what's on the bottom, 14x. And in this case, my x's can actually cancel. I have x over x, those can cancel. And I'm left with 15/14. All right, last example here. We got different variables now. But yet, the more complicated this gets, it's really not. It's the same process every time. What is the denominator? This right here. So I'm going to bring it up and I'm going to flip it. X is on top. On the bottom is 12y squared. So now I simply just multiply across, put my times there, and I'll basically combine these into one fraction. So what do I have here? I have 3. Let's see, this is a 1, so I just add 1 plus 2. That gives me the x cubed. Remember my exponent laws? Y cubed over, let's see, what do I have left? 12y to the 4th. And now I can simplify, fully simplify. 3/12. 3 goes into 12 4 times, so that's just 1/4. So I have my 4 on the bottom. What do I have on the top? Well, there's no x's in the bottom, so I know I have x cubed on top. And then remember my exponent rules, I subtract top exponent minus bottom exponent. So 3 minus 4, and I get -1 up top, y to the -1, but I can bring that down. It's nicer looking if I bring it down, y to the 1st power at the bottom. Cool, and this is my final simplified form of this division here. So I just wanted to make this video leading into dividing rational expressions because it gets even crazier. And just for the general purpose of just so everyone has a little refresher and reminder of how to divide fractions. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button and hit subscribe. Questions, comments, suggestions, all those things are welcome in the comments below. And as always, keep flexing those brain muscles and keep making those brain gains. See you later.